here. Welcome back to today's episode of hitting a new peak rank in Valorant. My all-time high peak rank in Valorant is Diamond 1, like 10 RR or something like that. And before the end of this episode or the start of the new episode starts, I want to hit D2. Diamond 2 is the goal. We are currently Plat 3, 71 RR at the time that I'm recording this. The games honestly haven't been that bad, right? If I look at my competitive thing, lots of wins, some losses there, some MVPs were, you know, usually what I like to say, if I'm going even, especially on some of these characters, right, playing Sentinel, playing Smokes or whatever, I like to go even, or at least, you know, that's my goal, is to go even. But if I go negative and have a lot of assists, perfectly fine. It kind of all depends how we play, but I like to go even because then it means I'm winning my 1v1s better. But I just want to say this before we jump into this Vice gameplay where I top fragged I went insane. Can we talk about that intro? My crosshair placement on the final kill was actually really good. Insane, was really good. But today's gameplay, we're gonna be playing Vice on Lotus. I was top fragging, went into OT. I want to talk about all the good things and kind of dissect what I did really well in this, and then maybe next week we'll get into a game where I bottom fragged or we lost, and you know, maybe see how I can improve if I'm in those situations. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below some constructive criticism. I do appreciate it. I've been taking it in, watching some people, focusing a lot on holding angles properly, and you know, if it's a wide angle, close angle, stuff like that, right? I think I'm gonna just continue working on that, and then maybe sprinkle in some peaking effectiveness, and then we'll go from there. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and let's jump straight into it. Round 3, we started off on our save round. Somebody dropped me a Spectre, which that was nice, and I did two good work. I got one kill utilizing my util pretty effectively, and then I picked up a bulldog that was off of the ground, and I got another kill. My shots actually were kind of nice, at least just looking back on it, so that's pretty cool. We ended up rotating towards C, which the only criticism I'd have here is I should have been watching the door longer and waited till it fully closed before prepping to pop my ult. So that was kind of my bad on a misplay, but honestly it was a good save round, good eco round for us. Round 4, pretty much I used my ult. My teammates picked up all the kills, and then pretty much had a good flash here, and we kind of cleaned up the round. My teammates kind of popped off here, so there's not much to talk about. Round 5, pretty much the only thing I have for criticism here is I need to, when I'm walking and moving around, have my crosshair at a higher level. I seem to forget about it sometimes, but honestly I had some good util usage with my thorns here. And then this last thing on the last shot right here on the Reyna, right? If we just watch, my teammates are popping off right here. I was holding it pretty good, and I mean, it's nice shots, but while I'm moving I need to learn to have my crosshair at a higher level, be more cautious about it more often. Round 6, honestly just terrible shots. That's all. That's actually terrible. I was looking out the wrong side of the door anyways, but still the shots were just terrible, so unacceptable. Round 7, 2v2 situation. I could have probably played time just a little bit better here, but honestly I should have swung faster off of my flash, and then my crosshair placement was just kind of poor, so that's kind of my bad. Sorry, Sage. Round 8 here, honestly, if there's something called, there's Valorant timing, just like COD timing, bro. That's insane how that worked. That's crazy work. No shot. Round 9, I'm just currently watching the flank because they kind of were coming from our flank a lot. I had a good spray, honestly good aim from the Reyna because I was watching the other side of the mound, but my spray on fade could have been a lot better. So, but it, you know, wasn't terrible. Honestly, it was pretty, I'll take it for that. Round 10 starts here, and actually I love playing aggressive in these situations where we're at a disadvantage right here. But I think sometimes what we need to learn to do is just sometimes get a little too hot. But I think we do win this round. I pop my ult here, get a really good thing. They are taking sight, so it was actually really nice. And honestly, I can't remember what happened. I was waiting for the wall to be destroyed, right? Good shots by me there, not terrible. Ooh, could have been a little bit better, but oh, I forgot the fade did kill us both, but we still won the round, so it was a good ult by me. But in those situations where you're down a player, or at least what I've learned, is you got to make a play, got to make something happen, and I did a pretty good job there of lurking up and, you know, getting us to even numbers. Round 11 starts here, and I pretty much was just watching flank and was doing really good. I don't know why I sometimes have a tendency to pull my knife out after I get a kill. Especially if I'm watching flank, I need to just make sure it's safe before they actually end up doing that, because that's why I died there to the race. It could have been an easy 4v2 right now, but I kind of just did that. So last round on offense here, and it's a 1v5 situation. My team just kind of died, and pretty much it's, you know, I kind of let them come to me. Those shots were terrible, but there's really not much else you can do. Yeah, there's not really much you can do in that. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive, but you know, you can't really do too much. Maybe I should have initiated another 1v1 there to criticize, but it's 1v5, so really it's kind of hard to say like, hey, are you always supposed to win the 1v5s, or, you know, like, what are you supposed to do? But we did win 8-4, which is really nice, and that was on offense, so technically on defense I should be playing a lot better because I can utilize my util a lot better. So that's pretty nice. Round 13, they're taking B site. I don't know what I was doing. I think I should have held a better angle. I know I stopped the dog, but that was actually crazy. I get the first shot, and I guess the spray was just not in my favor. Round 14, they do come to my site. I actually get an insane kill on the Reyna, but I couldn't get back enough. And I mean, the smoke faded anyways, so honestly, I would have been mattered anyways. So we lost this round. Didn't clutch up. My gloves got 20 HP with the shorty. So round 15 starts. Rotated. They took A site. It's 3v2 right here, and pretty much check my PC, bro. Check my PC. I should have kept spraying though, because I didn't realize that I hit the raise. But honestly, good round. Crosshair placement wasn't terrible if I look back on it. Round 16, I get the one on the raise, which was really nice. Bomb is down on my site. Good util usage, good spray. Not terrible, not terrible. Get my 2. I popped the ult here to secure the round. Didn't really need to, but it was, honestly, I have a tendency sometimes where I feel like I don't use my ult. Round 17, I didn't do anything. My teammates are goated, and they won the round for us, so that's pretty chill. Round 18. It's a 1v1 against Chamber, and there's 2 criticisms I have here that I should have thought. Is 1, I should have played time a little bit more. I had more time than I guess I thought I did, right? So that's the first thing. And 2 is I should have used my flash to clear halls instead of clearing this site. What I should have done is I should have just cleared the right corner, swinging out of waterfall, and then placed my flash in halls to clear that out. Is the overall thing I would take away from that, is just playing my util usage and info gathering skills a bit better. Round 19 starts here. I was a slow rotate over to A because they were kind of lurking around. So I'm coming in through B to clear B site here. My Sage dies in cutout, so basically I swing out because she had just died. I killed the Reyna, thinking that, oh hey, that was the person that killed the Sage. It was not, if I'm correct. So I should have been more prepared for the next gunfight because the Chamber took my head off. My movement could have probably been a little bit better, but I think the main thing that I need to work on a lot of times is just people are going to trade each other for the most part. So if there's one person, there might be another person nearby, is probably the best thing I need to worry about a lot. Round 20, best thing I need to do is I need to not... I utilize my utage, I think, a little too much compared to some people, right? I know that there's players that don't utilize the util usage is very low, right? But I have a problem where I utilize it too much. I need to tone it back just a little bit, especially in the situation here, because I pull out the thorns, and I probably could have killed the Fade if I didn't pull out the thorns, not to re-pull out my gun. So that's what I need to focus on a little bit. Is not like using util is good for getting info, slowing down pushes, and like overall is good, right? But an over usage of it is not good, and I sometimes overuse it too much. So this is round 21. I thought cutout was broken out, so I was gonna enter that way. Unfortunately, it wasn't. That's a 1v4 situation here. Right here. Good crosshair placement, not bad. I did make a step. Nice. Not terrible. Shot my arc rose and no one's there. I like how I tucked the wall. Right here, this is kind of that same thing. See where my crosshairs placed at right here? Like when I'm moving, it's not head level, right? If it was head level, I don't have to make that, and I should have been looking at one of those two entrances. I should have played the 50-50. Like I should have been looking more towards the smoke, in theory. My crosshair placement here is actually poor. That's what I definitely need to work on in this round for sure. They take side on C. I had only had my wall placed there. Getting ready to pop my ult here. Waiting for them to plant the bomb is what I'm waiting for, because as soon as they start planting, it's like they're committed to this site. Honestly, I just hit it. Rip it. Nice util. Pop that bad boy. Get the kill off of the chamber. Good util for me. Pop that one. They haven't planted the bomb, so we could play just slower here. But it's not terrible. I mean, that swing was kind of poor, not gonna lie. Crosshair could have been a little bit higher for sure. And it wasn't a terrible round. It was a pretty okay round. I'll take it, bro. It's 12-10. I'll take it. 12-10. I'm setting up A here because they've kind of been neglecting my site a little bit. I don't place my flash because I don't want them to know I'm tree. So I just place it there. I think it still makes noise, but it is what it is. Good scan by my Sova dart here. Really, I'm just waiting them to open up this door. I get the one. Now, I should reposition right here, 100%. Which I do. The chamber's just farming my teammates taking 1v1s. It's unfortunate. I think they're pretty much going to rotate, so I'm trying to at least rotate sooner. Oh, my Clove is taking the 1v1. Yeah, right here. Cheek over to B. They start planting. I want to wrap around, see if I can get somebody. Should have had my gun out and just paid attention. That's unfortunate. Sometimes I've been kind of I've noticed that a lot recently, where my gun, I'll be slow walking with my knife out to try to take a better position, because I wanted to go mount waterfall side here, because I would think they wouldn't expect it, but I should just be looking at that B heaven, because yeah, that's my bad. 12-11 here. The biggest thing that I should have done here is I should have played with my util a little bit better. I should have thrown out my flash with the intention to swing without popping it, so then the chamber would have to shoot my flash or shoot the arc roads because he thinks it's gonna pop, and then at least I can get one. But they're probably holding crosses, so I would have died anyways. But you know, like this situation, I could have used my util a little bit better. Overtime kicks in. We're executing C-side. I've been flashing waterfall just because I've known to always clear my corners even if my teammates do it, because people forget. Not bad kill there, pretty decent. Clove is on the flank. 1v4 situation. I'm like, when I peek this, I need to put my crosshair a little bit higher. Could have gotten the raise and the fade, but I probably still would have died to the Reyna, unfortunately. So honestly, didn't do anything on this round here. My Omen and Sova popped off. Thank God, bro. They saved the day. We had bomb planted down on B here. I'm playing post plant pretty much, just waiting. I'm not really showing myself here, but my Omen just killed everyone. So it's a 3v3 situation. Clove is about to die. The only thing I would have to change from this is I really wish that my teammate didn't come from the door, because we hadn't really flanked before. could have hit that clove to make it a 1v1.
12 bullets.
Not terrible. Good swing, enter. I win that round, which is crazy work. I just need to go faster. Like, really, I do. That's actually, I mean, good shots, good gun pickup, gun swapping. I took the 1v1s pretty well. That was actually really nice, not gonna lie. The team had a good, clean entry on the site here. Throw my thorns right there. I pretty much planted the bomb here, which was kind of nice. I did grab orb before this, so that was pretty cool. Not for sure why I popped thorns, but it is what it is. Now, really, we know they're coming from Mound, at least a couple. I'm just trying to pick up the kills coming from Mound. Nice one. Pop the ult here, even though... Oh, it was neat. It was actually pretty good. Now we're just playing time here. Playing post plant. This is standard stuff, as my Omen is still dry peeking. And he just is better. Nice job, Omen. Nice job. It's a 3v3 right here. And they're around like B main and Mound right now. So I'm chilling, right? They opened the door here, and I guess they were going to go B main. But... my Sova clutched up. He popped off here. I'm basically not revealing myself at all here, which is really crucial, right? So what happens? I think the fade should have went to B here, but really is good crosshair placement. I probably could have waited till my wall popped and then flashed him, but honestly, not bad. I popped off, had 33 kills, I think, gained the RR. It was a good game. Honestly, it was a really good game. There was a couple moments where we were just over peaking for no reason. So I think the main takeaway I have from this is that I need to learn to, one, when I'm transferring kills, be better at staying at head level, and two, in the heat of the moment, also be my crosshair placement is head level and in a position where people are going to swing, not just looking at area to clear, like to clear angles, I think is the best thing I need to fix. So, but really good game. If you guys have any critiques, let me know down below, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you again.